So good morning guys, this is Professor Mane and I'm taking your management subject. So we have covered the most of the part for the first unit, introduction to management. So in previous lecture we have covered the F.W. Taylor's principle, scientific method or scientific principles which have been given by this F.W. Taylor to increase the productivity of the management. Okay, now I will summarize just what he has given these principles. Means there are four principles which have been given by this F.W. Taylor. Actually, this F.W. Taylor, he is called as the father of scientific management, and he has given his four principles. So first one is what? Work methods based on a scientific study of the task carried out should be adopted. It means what? Work methods, which actually in previous lecture we have studied that there should be a standard method or standard procedure that should be followed by all employees. Okay, so this work method should be based on this scientific method. Means we need to train all the employees based on this work method or based on these procedures. Then second is what? Employees should be scientifically selected. So it should be scientifically selected means it should be trained. Okay, so they should be scientifically selected and trained by the management and not left to their own devices. Okay, so we need to train or we need to select the employees scientifically and we need to train them. The next third one is what? Managers should train the workers and audit the workers' performance. Okay, so manager is the responsible person to train the workers and he is responsible to check the performance of the workers or employees. And fourth one is what? Work should be divided between managers and workers so the managers can apply the established scientific methods and processes of productions. Okay, so this work, it should be divided in workers and managers. Okay, so that the managers can take a follow-up of these workers or he can check the performance of each worker so that the productivity of the organization will increase. Okay, so in overall, F.W. Taylor's scientific method is applied to increase the productivity of the employees and finally to increase the productivity of the organization. Okay, so this is about your F.W. Taylor's scientific approach. Okay, now we will see the next topic is what? The principles of management. Okay, so principles of management. There are 14 principles of management which have been given by scientist Henry Fayol. Okay, so Henry Fayol, he is the mining engineer actually. So he has established his 14 principles and he applied his 14 principles of management in his organization to increase or to achieve the objectives or goals of the organization or to increase the productivity of the organizations. Okay, so what are these principles? So there are 14 principles which have been given by this scientist F.W. Taylor. Scientist Henry Fayol. Okay, so Henry Fayol, actually he is a French mining engineer. Okay, he proposed 14 principles of management which should be act as a manual for the managers in their daily work. Okay, so these 14 principles is nothing but it's like that, a manual for the managers for their daily work. Okay, and which should increase, and by using these 14 principles it will increase the effectiveness and work morale for both workers and managers. Okay, so by using these 14 principles which is given by the Henry Fayol, it will increase the effectiveness of workers as well as the managers. Okay, so we will see these 14 principles one by one. So first one is what? Division of work. So first principle is what? Division of work. Actually, the work should be divided among the managers and groups of peoples or employees. So this work, it should be divided among the individuals and groups to ensure that effort and attentions are focused on special portions of the task. It means what? This work should be divided in individual to ensure the effort and attention which is given by this individual. Means if we need to check the performance of individual, we need to divide the work among the individuals so that we can check the performance of individual. Then next is what? Second is what? Authority. Okay, so authority, the concept of authority and responsibility, actually authority and responsibility it is similar concept. Okay, but authority was defined by this Henry Fayol as the right to give orders and the power to exact obedience. Okay, the authority, it means what? Right to give orders to the employees by the managers, or power to execute the work by the managers. And the responsibility involves being accountable and is therefore naturally associated with authority. So responsibility, it is what? It involves actually accountability towards the given task. So what is the which task is given to the worker, so he is responsible for this task only, so he is accountable to this task. So actually it is associated with the authority only. Okay, so next this is about so first principle is what? Division of work. Second principle is what? Authority. Third principle is what? Discipline. Okay, a successful organization requires the common effort of workers. Okay, so discipline means what? We need to execute a plan which is in a disciplined manner for all workers or all organization, so that then and then only this organization will get a success. Okay, then next one is unity of command. Okay, here in unity of command, actually workers should receive orders from only one manager. So as we know that in any organization, workers will get a command from only one manager. Each manager should have only one boss with no other conflicting lines of commands. Okay, so if there are 2 to 3 commanding officers, then there will be some confusion. So there must be only one boss or one manager who will coordinate with all employees. Okay, so if employees are there, then there should be must one manager. If 10 to 12 managers are there, then there should be one boss to coordinate with all managers. Okay, this is about your unity of command. Then fifth principle is what? Unity of direction. The entire organization or your entire company, it should be moving towards a common objective in a common direction. So as we know that our common direction, this entire organization should follow the common objective. Okay, so what are the targets, what are the objectives of the organization? So in that direction, these all employees, all managers, all organizations should follow this direction only. Okay, so this is about your unity of direction. Then sixth one is what? Subordination of individual interests to the general interest. Okay, the interest of one person should not take priority over the interest of the organization as a whole. So only one person, we didn't take the interest of only one person which is required to the execution of the plan. Okay, so all employees, all managers, or all the organization peoples are responsible to achieve the goal, or to take, while taking the decision, only one person is not responsible. All the managers or all the board of companies are responsible to take the decision. Okay, so this is about your subordination of individual. The next one is what? Seventh principle he has given is remuneration. Okay, actually many variables such as cost of living, supply of qualified personnel, general business conditions, and success of the business, it should be considered in determining workers' rate of pay. So depending on the education or depending on the skill, there must be the different payouts for all the workers. Okay, so for baseline workers, the different payouts should be there. For managers, different payouts should be there. For personnel, for CEOs, for presidents, there are different payouts or different payout rules should be there. Okay, then centralization. Eighth principle is what? Your centralization. Okay, actually Henry Fayol defined centralization as lowering the importance of the subordinate role, and decentralization is increasing the importance. Okay, so centralization, it means what? The degree to which centralization or decentralization should be adopted, it depends on specific organization in which the manager is working. So this is about your centralization. Next one is what? Ninth principle is what? Scalar chain. Okay, actually Managers are the part of chain like authority scale, and each manager from the first line supervisor to the president possesses certain amounts of authority. So as we know that, so there are levels of management. So in first level management, as we know that there are supervisors, then your various quality managers, supervisors are there. So these are responsible to take to give their performances of the employees to the higher command, means to the middle level management. So middle level management means what? The departmental managers. Okay, so then departmental managers are responsible to give their information to the top level management. Okay, top level management means your company's CEO, company's vice president, president, etc. Okay, so there must be a chain. So in this way, by using this chain, information should be passed from first level management to the top level management. Okay, so this is about your scalar chain. Okay, and in this scalar chain, obviously this president will possess most authority. Okay, and the first line supervisor least authority. Okay, and lower level managers should always keep upper level managers informed of their work activities, and the existence of the scalar chain and adherence to it are necessary if the organization is to be successful. Okay, means what? From lower level management to the higher level management, the information should be shared. Okay, then for 10th principle, which is given by Henry Fayol, is what? Both material order and social order are necessary. Order, okay, it is about order. So material order and social order, it should be necessary. Okay, the former minimizes lost time and useless handling of the materials, and the latter is achieved through organization and selection. Okay, so material order means, so it will while selecting this material order, this will minimizes your cost time. Okay, and useless handling of the materials. So this is about your order. So you should take care of while selecting the material order. Then 11th principle is what? Your equity. So all employees should be treated as equally in your organization. So it should be treated equally as possible, as it should be treated as a equal in manner. Then 12th is what? Stability of tenure of personnel. Okay, actually retaining stability of tenure of personnel, it means what? Retain the skilled person, or retain the highly skilled, highly educated person. It is the successful behavior for any organization. Okay, so if the person has skills, okay, so retaining a productive employees, actually, so retaining productive employees, it should always be high priority of the management. Okay, so recruitment and selection cost, actually it will minimizes the recruitment and selection cost, as well as it will increase the product reject rates. Okay, so this is about your stability of tenure of personnel. The next one is what? Initiatives. Now management should take steps to encourage workers' initiative. Okay, and which is defined as a new or additional work activity undertaken through self-direction. So there should be an initiative which should be taken by this management. The last one is what? A spirit of corps. Okay, so management should encourage harmony and general good feelings among the employees, and management must foster the moral of its employees. Okay, so this is about your 14th principle. So in this way we have studied the 14th principles which have given by Henry Fayol. Okay, and now here from next lecture we will see the functions of management. Okay, so here up to which I will conclude this lecture here only. In next lecture, the last part of the first unit is remaining. This is what? Functions of the management. Okay, there are 10 to 12 functions, basic functions of the management. We will see in detail these functions of management. So this is about your lecture, means we have studied the 14 principles of the management which have given by the Henry Fayol. So okay, so first one is what? Division of work. Second one is authority. Third one is discipline. Fourth one is unity of command. Fifth one is unity of direction. Sixth one is subordination of the individual. Seventh one is remuneration. 8th one is centralization, 9th one is scalar chain, 10th one is order, 11 is equity, 12th one is stability of the employee or stability of the personnel, 13th one is initiative, and 14th one is spirit of corps. Okay, this is your 14th principle of the management. And here I am concluding this lecture, and in next lecture we will see the last part of the first unit, that is for functions of the management. Okay, thank you.